Hi guys, this is Jerry, and I wanted to come on here today and just talk about the state of the world, things that I've been noticing, and I'm sure you guys have been noticing as well. I wanted to do a live, but again, they won't let me do lives on my phone. I don't know why, but they just won't let me do any lives on my phone, so I'm going to recharge my energies and I'm going to do my lectures, my lives pretty soon again. But I wanted to talk about what has been going on and what I've been noticing. And one of the things that have been talked about on these consciousness streets that all of us are connecting together and we're all kind of noticing is that a lot of weather modifications are happening, a lot of artificial things are happening that cannot happen by natural means. So again, this is for you to take in and for you to think about where you live. If you live in America and you still don't think that nothing is going to happen to you and where you live on the coast, whether it's the west or east coast, you need to again notice that things are not the same anymore. We are in different times, and the CIA, like I talked about in my last video, literally put out the map where California is underwater. Is that going to happen? Most likely, there is still a maybe. It's still up in the air, but things are going to happen in these land masses because a lot of evil has been happening in these land masses. Okay, this is where they've been doing all the child sex trafficking. This is where the reptilians have been living, pretending to be humans. You could see their tunnels. Like, literally, there's so many people talking about their tunnels now. So, California, New York, other places where again there has been a lot of evil sorcery and sigilcism going on. Things are going to happen to those places because they have to be purged before we enter a new era. So guys, make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do as we enter a new transition, as we enter the new earth. And that makes me want to talk about Gary, Indiana. I'm sure you guys have been seeing on the news, but again, they are targeting melanated neighborhoods. Okay, why are they targeting the melanated neighborhoods where people are mostly low income? If they're not low income, they're mostly melanated. Both of these conditions are mostly checked, where they like to have storms, they like to have electrical outages. These people don't have water, these people don't have electricity, okay? So they don't have grocery stores anymore. They've been living in the darkness for 2 weeks. And this is what exactly is going to happen on Earth. Eventually, we are going to go through a period of darkness where it seems like there's no resources, there's no help. If there is help, it's going to be coming from the not the government, but the aid after the government. It's going to come from the transitional government as we go into our matriarchal power again. So these people are just one of the first examples, one of the first instances of what is going to happen to all of us. And they are targeting melanated places because they know the power of these people. They know that the melanated people are the original OG bloods of the earth. So, again, if we go back to the Sumerian tablets, if we go back to any ancient texts, all of these people that were first on Earth, they're going to be black. They're going to have the melanin because the melanin is what carries a lot of these powers. The melanin is what carries the light codes, okay? If you have darker skin, you're able to receive a lot of this Etherian energy and the solar energy that, again, is what lets you know that you are one of the originals of Earth, okay? If you want to say that, again, if you want to say that Caucasians were here, I will just let you guys know that Caucasians did not come as of recent, okay? And I'll talk about that in my lives. I think I've already talked about that many times, but they're going to continue to do that because they know who is native to the earth, they know who's native to the Americas, and it's not, I'm sorry to say, but the Asiatic looking people that we've been seeing as Indians, native Indians, are not native to those lands. And if you want to say the Caucasians are native to the Americas, I'm sorry to say, but there's nothing in the historical books or records that it's ever going to say, yes, they've been there for thousands and thousands of years. And you guys could go to Mexico, you guys could go to any of the pyramids, and you could see that there's a lot of black features on these statues, on these monuments. They have the nose, they have the eyes, they have the mouth, the lips of melanated people. A lot of us are going through the changes, guys. A lot of us are transitioning into New Earth, into the Golden Age, a lot faster than everybody else. And we just went through this lunar eclipse, which was in Pisces. So again, it could feel like a dreamy time. It could feel like a purging time. It could feel like you're in between the spiritual world and the earthy world, 3D world, matrix. You're still in the in-between world and you don't know which side you're on. If you are going through these periods, these high spiritual periods of time, and you're not doing anything to give back to yourself, then you're not going to advance. You're not going to advance as much as other people or as the other conscious people on Earth, because you're not doing what you should be doing, okay? You're not cleansing yourself. You're not doing the fasting. You're not drinking enough water. You're just eating a bunch of bullshit. All of these things that, again, that keep you in the matrix, and you're not fully committed to your spiritual practices. It's going to show up, okay? It doesn't mean that you're not going to be in the new 5D experience, the new 5D realm. It doesn't mean that you're not going to see the Etherians, but it's going to take you a lot longer. And I kind of see it as this staircase or the steps. Some of us are on the lower steps, okay? Some of us are still asleep, and I know you know who those people are. They're probably in your family. Some of them might not wake up. Some of them might decide to just leave the earth. If you guys know what I mean, they're just going to decide to not wake up again. And there's a lot of us that are dying and leaving the earth. And that's okay, because these times are for the people that can handle and activate these energies within us. That being said, a lot of TV shows, a lot of your superhero movies show you the powers that you already have inside of you, and they're being activated during this time. So if you're not using this time to cleanse the mind, if you're not using this time to cleanse the body or the spirit, you're not taking your herbs, your herbs, you're not drinking the tea, you're not fasting, you're just eating all the bullshit, again, you might get to the 5D earth, you might get to the full-blown experience eventually, but again, the train is already coming. We're already moving at a fast pace, and it's going to be pretty soon where the whole public knows all of the lies that we've been told. We've been told the lies that, again, we are not godly. that the God self doesn't exist, that the Christ is not within you. The Christ is an external white man who wears a dress and is gonna come on a cloud. That shit is not real. And I know whoever I'm talking to already knows that, but you guys need to know that there are many Etherians, there are ETs that have been watching us for a long time. They've probably been here since the 2000s. A lot of them started to come on their ships and now they're cloaking themselves. They've been cloaking themselves for a very long time. There's just been motherships that just go in and out from the moon and the sun. And they are watching us, and I'm sure you guys can feel it because I can feel it. It just seems like more and more of them are coming because they want to see it. This is the new spectacle. This is the new rising. We are rising from the 3D. We're rising from the lowest realms. We're rising from the shadow realm where all of the dark entities and evil spirits have lived, and they've been opening portals to try to let them in to Earth for for these past 6,000 years. And we're rising to the 5D Earth. We're rising towards, again, this golden age where, again, the other ETs do live. Okay? And that means that most of us are not going to be anchored into this physical body. We're going to be able to navigate through the 4D and the 5D, and if you're spiritually advanced, you'll be able to do other things with your light body, your spiritual body, with your Etherian body. All of this is going to happen very soon, so it's not going to be weird. It's not going to be weird to see someone do telekinesis. It's not going to be weird to have telepathy, because that's basically the communication that we had, all the organic people had on Earth before the Anunnaki came. It was just telepathy. It's not going to be weird to walk through walls, okay? All of these things that you guys have seen on TV and that they put in symbolism to let you know who you are, in coded ways, all of these things are going to happen. And you guys can feel excited, but just know that we're just going back to that starting point. We're going back to that pivotal point, and we're going to rise above it. Okay, so it's not for you to just feel excited for that. It's also for you to realize that you're going to experience things on a more deeper and more profound level. Okay? There's not going to be any more suffering on Earth. There's not going to be people in poverty. You're not going to see children starving on the streets. You're not going to see children, women selling themselves on the streets. You're not going to see all of these things, because this is all of the darkness, all of the calamity that they wanted to entrap in this matrix that they created. Okay, the devil had rule over the earth for 6,000 years. They got another 20 years. But it's now time to give it back. And all of the etheric energies, the sun is helping us. Mother Earth is waking up as well. The women on Earth are waking up and syncing together. And when the women start to wake up, that's when the total reset happens. This is when the total collapse of the fake, artificial, patriarchal, reptilian, draconian, black devils, the Canaanites, the cursed seed of Enlil just have to go away. They have to leave, or they're going to be slaughtered. They're going to be slaughtered or purged from the earth, no matter what. So guys, I think I'm just going to leave it as there. Just don't be wary if you start to see all of these calamities happen, because this is what needs to happen as we enter the new transition, as a lot of us get on the new train, as a lot of us go from the next step to the new step. 500 consciousness, 500 consciousness, because there is a scale according to Dr. Dr. Hawkins, I'm forgetting his full name right now, I don't know why, but his consciousness scale tells us that 500 is the love consciousness. So a lot of us are on that consciousness, or we go in and out of that consciousness, but again, we're going to rise above that. We're going to become the masters. We are going to become the Christ being on earth. So just feel into it, feel happy and joyful for who you are and how powerful you are, you being this exquisite, perfect being. And do not be wary, or do not give your attention to the old world that is dying and that wants to grab the last bits of power, the last bits of force, whatever it needs. It needs your attention and focus in order to continue. Alright guys, thanks for listening. Let me know what you guys are thinking. This is what I've been feeling. This is what I've been seeing. Again, a lot of us have been seeing the ETs in our meditations. We can see all of the freaking Etherians just watching us, waiting for us, because this has never been done before. This is the first time that a lower world goes into a new realm, into a higher form of consciousness. Alright guys, peace out.